Yeah, I have to excuse me. I don't really do a whole lot as far as leaving the house and stuff like that. So I just look how I look and I don't even care. Back in the day, you could not have paid me to allow someone to see me like this. Like, what? No, no, no. Um, One of my best friends growing up, her mom used to always say, you always supposed to look your best because you never know who you're going to meet. So I believe that. So I always put my face on. Now, I will put a little eyebrow stuff up there. If anybody's ever paid it attention, I don't have any eyebrows. Now, when I say I don't care what I look like, the eyebrows is probably the only thing that bugs me. I hate that I don't have eyebrows. And at one time, I said I was gonna go ahead and get them tattooed on, but I'm not. I'm just gonna get some really good makeup and make it look like it look, because at the end of the day, this is the way the Most High wanted me to look, so it's fine. Something else used to bug me. My forehead, huge, huge forehead. I remember this boy told me. He said, "I knew that was you coming around." Now it was two things that they would get me on. He said, "I knew that was you coming around the corner." He said, "I saw your forehead first." And another boy said, "Oh, I knew that it was you because it was them shoes." Because my dad had this thing where he would always get my shoes almost two sizes too big so that I would grow into them, not knowing that that was not the way to buy shoes, but that's what he did. Trying to save money. Making 150,000 to $200,000 a year, he still was like to try to save money if he could. So earlier, I did a video, um, already written the appointed time. So pretty much this video is just to piggyback on that, and I'll probably do one more um, because my assignment is to do about 3 videos a day. So that's what I'm doing. Um, so I wanted to go back. If you saw the other video, please go. If you haven't, rather, saw the other video, please go back so that this one will make sense, or just stay. It'll make sense eventually. So I want to go back to my granddaughter, right? So losing her at 10, initially I did not get it. But like I said, I've been listening to Pastor Kofi. I've been um, learning more. Um, and I started understanding something. I started understanding more and more. And the one first thing I started to understand was it was something I always said. Like I've always had this motto: everything happens for a reason. I don't care what it is. It happened for a reason. Now, even though the way I grew up, I felt I was the reason, all the bad things that was happening, it was me, it was my fault. Um, but when it came to everyone else, there's a purpose for what just happened. Nothing happens by chance. There's no such a coincidence. What is that? There's no such thing. Okay, my opinion. It's no such thing. Everything happens for a reason. It is written. Like everything is written. The whole story of your life has already been mapped out. It's not like he's putting it together as wake up. No, no, no. It's already been put together. And let me tell you, here's how I see it. Yah has a lane for you, but it's our choices that gets us on the right lane, right? So I might be so angry at someone, or no, I'll say it this way. Someone might be trying to hurt me and I end their life, right? And then I be in prison. Or I can let them beat me up and my life is ended. It's just a choice. Whatever choice you make, there's an action. There's an action or an act. For every action, there's a reaction. So whenever You make the choice. That's what um, gets you where you're going. It's just the choices that we make. So if something happens to you and you didn't choose it to happen, it wasn't because it happened because you made this happen because you chose this route. Then what you gonna do about that? What can you do about that? Nothing. We can't do anything about that. I'm sorry, you guys. But if you follow the Most High and let Him make your choices for you, you don't have to worry about anything. Your story is written and He's the author. So the only way you're going to be able to go the way He wants it or the way He's already planned for you have to choose Him and follow His will. Just follow Him. Or you can make your choices and whatever happens, happens. Because, like we know, life is going to life. Things are going to happen no matter what. That's inevitable, right? But while life is happening, and if you're on Yah's path, you're covered regardless. Regardless, you don't even have to worry about it. That's why He tells us not to worry. He's like, I don't give you the fear the I don't give you the spirit of fear. Y'all have to forgive me because my lips be going, my mind be going 100 miles an hour, and I can't get it together sometimes. And I have to slow myself down. So He doesn't give us a spirit of fear. And that's why He doesn't. If you're over here with me and you are following my path, there's nothing to fear. We fear because we making our own choices. We're over here. Oh, excuse me, that's the right hand. We over here. We over here. We over here doing our own thing. And then when something happened, because look, I'm guilty of it because I've said it. I used to say, God, back then, God, why would you let this happen to me? Why? Why would you let this happen to me? Why did you let me meet this man? We put everything on him. When how can you do that? When I didn't tell you to do that. You're not following me. I don't even know who you are. You don't read my word. You don't trust me. You don't have faith in me. Like I don't even know who you are. And people have a tendency of saying when something is going wrong, pray. I remember years ago, I said I didn't know how to pray, and someone gave me the Lord's Prayer. But still, I used to say the Lord's Prayer, but I had a laundry list of things I wanted Him to do. Can I, right? I don't pray like that anymore. I thank Him for what He's allowed me and my family to have. Thank you for everything that has happened. I thank you for the food and shelter and all, keeping us safe. I thank Him for all of those things. And then I tell Him, I'm just following your will. And thank you for that ability. Thank you for the ability to repent of sins known and unknown. Like I'm just here to follow your will. So whatever path we're going, that's which way I'm going. I don't make decisions. Somebody come to me right now and say, I will give you $50 million, but all you have to do is XYZ. I'm like, well, I got to pray on that. And if they say no, you have to make a decision right now. Well, it wasn't for me, so and I'm done with it. And I mean that. I don't make a decision without praying over it first and waiting for an answer. And if I don't get an answer, that's my answer. That's that. That's just how I live now. And it makes life so much easier because I'm following your will. So if something's going wrong and something's happening, that means it's supposed to happen and I need to ride it out. Just follow you no matter what. Just, like they do the horses, they put the blinders on them so that all that they can do is focus on what's in front of them. And who's in front of you? Supposed to be the Most High. So as long as you are following that, it doesn't matter what's going on over here. That's why he tells us in this word, don't concern yourself what's going on out here. It's going to go on. This is what this is right here. It don't get better until I come. Now, once I get here, then it'll be paradise. But for right now, this is it. But don't concern yourself with that. Get your blinders on. Keep your mind focused on me because I got you. And I trust him. So I'm following him. Whatever he says, where I go. The Holy Spirit, she tells me what I need to do, what decisions I need to make. And I just go, I follow. I follow. And it makes life easier. It's easy. Like I'm serious. This sounds crazy. I remember telling people that when I got old, and what I considered old when I was young, these people were in their 80s. You know, old people now is considered my age. I'm 56. They were old people sitting in the rocking chair on the front porch with their tea and whatever. So I said, that's going to be me when I get old. Then I'll become a Christian. First of all, I'm not a Christian. I'm a follower of the way. Service of Christ. Hashtag find Kofi. Best pastor ever. I promise you. He teaches so well. So well. But I'm not going to get off topic. So as long as you are following the will of Yah, with them blinders on if you need to, because stuff is going to happen. You have to be able to tune it out. You can't pay attention. You can't even focus on it. Don't even look over there. Just blinders on. Keep your eye on him. Read his word. Have faith in his word. Know when he's talking to you because you're going to always hear voices because the enemy talks to us. Because the enemy he has an agenda. He's trying to take some people with him. That's it. Yah is the answer. And he's not hard. Like, it's not hard. Man, I don't even know how to explain it. I used to feel like following him, it would be no fun. Why? First of all, it's safe and it's fun. Like, I have fun. I really do. I mean, at the moment, I'm not doing a whole lot, but just waking up every day is fun to me now. So, hold on. You know, I tell y'all I write all the time. And so, this is one of my books where I was trying to, because I've written several and I've lost quite a few, but I would keep trying to write my life. And I would write it down because, you know, as I get older, I'm like, I'm starting to forget stuff. So let me write this stuff down so I don't forget it. You know, I want to immortalize it. I need everybody to know what I've been through. Um, and I was reading about how many times. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Some of it is all over the place. So here was the name of the book. I don't know if you can see that. Um, I'm Still Here. Memoirs of an Abused Soul. And this was supposed to be my pictures. A child locked in a closet. A child standing on one leg with eyes closed being beaten. A child going through the trash looking for food. These are supposed to be, because, you know, these are things that has happened and I've had to do. Um, I think this is supposed to be the front cover. Maybe this is the back cover after. Yeah, this is the back cover. So the three children going through all of the things are on the front. Just three different pictures. Because, you know, three. If y'all listen to any of my other videos, you'll hear about the three. So then on the back, we would have me walking on the beach with rays of sun shining down on me. Me driving a nice car, coming home to my beautiful long driveway of my beautiful home. And then another picture is just me smiling, right? I'm Still Here, the memoirs of an abused soul. Who would want to read that book? I wouldn't like, ooh, no, because that's trigger, trigger, trigger. I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. Ah, yeah. But let me skim through here. Because I just, I was reading some of this and I just was like, and I can read this, right? And it don't, I used to talk about things that had happened to me, and I literally was there. Like, I would black out, literally, wherever I was. Um, it disappeared. I was literally there. What was happening? I was feeling it. I knew the feelings that I felt. I could see what I was wearing. I could feel the beatings. It was crazy. It was really crazy. And I was pulling that out of me on a regular. But yet I wanted to be happy. How can you be happy? And if that's how you live, that's how you, came to the world, presented yourself to the world. I don't know. This video is almost over, so I don't want to, I don't want to have it too long. But basically, I was talking about, and I said this in a previous video, how I was talking about how I wanted to not be alive and how I did so many things to try to unalive myself. And then I remember that part that I read in the book where I said, I used to cry when I woke up in the morning. I used to get up early in the morning, and I still do, but I get up early now so I can work out, um, pray, and get ready for my pastor so I can get a good word before the day gets started. Because my pastor preaches pretty much every day. Well, he does take off 2 days a week, but there's always someone or one of his videos. But anyway, I used to wake up in the morning back in the day, and I used to wake up very early. And I used to wake up very early because I needed time to get myself together. Because every time I woke up, I cried. I cried because he allowed me to see another day. I would cry for hours, hours. Okay. I'm telling you, I used to get up like 3:30 in the morning just so that I can get myself together. Try not to have a puffy face so I can get ready for school or work in the mornings. And I did that every day for decades, literally. I hated it. I woke up again. Oh, so I'm thinking I have to live this life some more. Like it was horrible. I woke up every day in tears, and it took me hours to try to get myself together. And even then, I still wasn't together. But I knew I had to go to work. I got to go to work now. I got to make money, or I got to go to school. They're going to stop my benefits, or whatever it was. But today, honey, I jump up out of this bed. Well, I don't jump because my knees be tripping sometimes, but I'm still jumping in spirit because it's like I get to see another one of his beautiful days. I get to do something for the kingdom today. I get to live for the Most High one more time. And I am so thankful, so thankful to be able to do that. And I think about how I would cry, man. It was horrible. And then I would go out into the world and smile and, like everything was okay. But inside I was screaming and hollering because I woke up again. I want everyone to be able to get what I have. You can have it. Like he's giving it away. Well, not giving it, but the price is cheap from what he's from his standpoint. I mean, we do dirt. We don't follow his will or his laws. We used to curse him. He's forgiven me for all of that because I see it now. I'm on his path. I'm on it. I'm on it. And I don't make a move until he move. You move, I move. Just like that. Okay? And it's the best thing I've ever done. I'm telling you. No, I'm still don't have a job. I don't. Not a job. But I'm in my work. I'm in my work and I'm so fulfilled. And making my videos is part of my work. And I could talk all day, so this is easy, right? I'm telling you, it's easy. Writing, I do that all the time. So now I have all these books. Look, if you don't even read a book, go on over to Amazon, check out the titles, read the first couple of pages. That's free. Man, I'm telling you, my books are not like anybody else. That's why following Yah's will for your life and doing what He has for you, it'll be like nothing else than anybody else have ever done. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I just ask you, check out my Amazon store and go look at the books. Don't buy anything. Read the first few pages of each of the books and just see. It's for free. And if you like what you read, the free part, can you follow me on Amazon? I'd appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And I will make another video before the night ends. But yeah, I pray this has helped. If you liked it, share it, comment. Don't be rude. I will block you. I won't even respond. Tough skin over here. So I promise you it won't hurt my feelings. But I will block you because over here is a safe space. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shalom.